Holland has made it through first in their pool. What are fans' thoughts and what are their expectations now? Plus, in today's lifestyle segment, 1 drink a day is very healthy, but overdoing it will have a negative impact. How much is too much, though? We'll tell you. And the library exchanges ideas with other librarians in the region to find out how to attract more youth to the facility. 15 on 15 starts right now. Hi everyone, thank you for joining us. I'm Yentl Lieuw. Aruba is part of the Dutch kingdom. The island has various ties with the Netherlands, whether it is politics, our judicial system, or simply the fact that many students study there. Therefore, it is only logical the Dutch soccer team is a favored one on this island. It was a big day for Holland on Monday as they won their 3rd game, placing them at the top of the ranking in their group. More importantly, they avoid Brazil in the top 16. Dorton Salmon went on the streets during the Chile versus Holland game to gain perspective of the fans' thoughts. On paper, Holland's chances of getting through the pool first place was tough, seeing as Spain, the #1 ranked team, was favored. We all know how that game turned out. The Dutch beat the Spaniards 5-1. Now looking back, one fan tells us what she thinks the Spanish could have done differently.
Looking at the game that they played against Holland, I think their strategy was really off. Like, their defense was weak and they should have played more aggressive. And I think because of that, that they didn't do that actually, and they missed a lot of opportunities.
Even the biggest supporters of the Dutch team didn't have too much hope or expectation for their own team. Since the Netherlands was ranked 15th going into the pool play, they were ranked much lower compared to last World Cup. But it's safe to say Robin, Van Persie, Sneijder, along with the entire team, hasn't let us down so far.
I'm feeling unbelievable because before the World Cup I didn't expect they win all the 3 games, but now we do, so very special, and I'm looking forward for the next game, which I think gonna be Mexico or Croatia. So very nice.
If the Dutch team's last 3 games are any indication as to what their overall success during 2014 World Cup will be, then the people on the island now have very high expectations.
They will win this championship, man, for sure.
Definitely.
Normally, yeah, they will. Yeah, that's what I have in mind. Yeah, and not only me, but most people.
The Dutch beating Chile means they came out first in their pool. This is important, seeing as they avoid Brazil. For obvious reasons, the Netherlands wouldn't want to see Brazil in the round 16, seeing as they are the favored home country. Needless to say, they have home field advantage, but furthermore, they are undefeated in 59 straight home games. Now, if the Dutch team can keep it up and make it to the finals, the fans probably hopes to see the home country versus Holland for an incredible finish to World Cup 2014.
I think I would like them to play against Brazil. I think that would be a very good match against Brazil.
This coming Sunday, don't miss the big elimination game between Holland versus Mexico. In other local news, June 24th is the day of Deragai, meaning burial of the rooster. Let's learn more about and celebrate the very unique tradition that is celebrated right here on this island. Aruba commemorates many traditional festivities of Aruba. One of the more popular ones is the celebration of Deragai, also known as St. John's Day on June 24th. The celebration has its origin amongst the pagan Indians centuries ago. It began in southern Mexico on the border of Guatemala as an agriculture rounding of one harvest and the beginning of a new one. Aruba changed and amplified the celebration and festivities because the Roman Catholic region changed and influenced many existing traditions on the island. However, many pagan celebrations were so ingrained in the culture of the region that indigenous populations refused to give them up. The church handled this by adapting them into the faith and converting them into religious observances. For more than 2 centuries, St. John's Day has been celebrated in Aruba. Ever since agriculture became part of the Aruban daily life, cultural expressions that were an extension of it were evident, and therefore St. John's Day was integrated into the island's celebration. At a typical Deragai celebration, you can find lots of humorous games being played. Plenty of song and dance, along with a lot of laughter as well. Don't go anywhere, because coming up, we have this. Welcome back from the break. Drinking alcohol can be beneficial for your body, but before you get too excited, I'm talking about 1 drink a day. 1 drink a day can help decrease the risk of heart disease, specifically decreasing inflammation in your body, as well as the likelihood of developing blood clots. Before you head to the bar, though, do keep in mind that overdoing it, meaning exceeding that 1 drink a day, can quickly erase those benefits. Overdoing it has an impact on your liver, other organs, and even your brain. There is something else you should keep in mind when it comes to drinking alcohol, and that is if you are trying to watch your weight, the worst thing you can do is drink your calories. 1 drink a day adds up to 1,000 calories a week. Now, 3,500 calories is a pound. So let's say you drink more than 1 drink a day. This could easily add up to 2,000 calories a week, meaning an additional half a pound per week. So the key here is to not drink too much. Too much! Now, what does that mean? Too much for a guy means more than 14 drinks a week, and too much for a woman is 7 drinks a week. I'm sure you've heard of it before, a high-protein diet. It seems as though nowadays everyone is trying to find alternatives to carbs, leading to packing on extra protein. But there is such thing as too much protein. The average man needs 56 grams of protein a day, and the average woman 46 grams. To put things into perspective for you, that is about 2 small, lean hamburger patties. Too much protein can lead to weight gain, since the extra calories from the protein get stored as fat. This could mean a stress in your kidney and leading to osteoporosis. Your bone can then start to break down. So here is how you appropriately incorporate enough protein into your diet. There is no need for special protein-added foods to get what your body needs. Just mix in some eggs or lean meat and fish. Meat isn't even required into your diet because grains like quinoa and chia seeds have great protein sources as well. Broccoli and spinach are also very good sources of protein. Now, unless you live under a rock, you know that World Cup fever is absolutely everywhere. Now, on this show, we have proved that adults, teens, and children alike are all very into the games, but it could be that pet dogs are showing patriotism as well. On Sunday, one of the best games so far was played between USA and Portugal. USA was up 2-1, and if they had beaten Portugal, they would have been the first team out of the pool of death, officially through to the round of 16. But with 11 seconds left on the clock, Portugal scored. This broke many Americans' hearts, but one dog from Portugal couldn't be happier. Take a look at this. And now, of course, you remember this goal. This was the infamous 11-second goal from Portugal, equalizing 2-2 between USA and Portugal country. We will be right back. Stay with us. At the 44th Annual Association of Caribbean Universities Research and Institutional Libraries, also known as ACURAL Conference, attendees were informed on Aruba's Green Education Project. Representatives of Aruba's National Library says it is important for our island to attend these annual conferences, to exchange ideas with others in the field of the same region, to analyze similar problems as well as similar solutions. The director of Aruba's National Library, Astrid Britton, says more than 30 Caribbean countries were represented at this year's ACURAL Conference. The sessions hosted at the Bahamas brought attention to the fact that more and more island nations are heading towards sustainability.
I think it's also a trend right now that we think also in sustainability. So it is worldwide or also Caribbean-wide. They also started already in St. Martin with putting some solar panels on the roof. The Haiti was also very interesting, the Bahamas, and also a lot of those countries who see the importance to be less sustainable of our fuel.
At these conferences, Aruba's library reps are able to discuss with others in the field to see what works and what doesn't. One of the similar issues the islands are experiencing is the difficulty in drawing the younger generation to use the library facility.
One of the common problems that we have is like how to target like the young adults. That's a very specific group that is very difficult because it's not so much thing that can move them, no, and interest them. So then you talk about also problems that is similar. It's not only in Aruba but also in the other Caribbean islands.
Once the problem was addressed during the conference, possible solutions as to how to cater to the youths were presented.
The use of the computers is one of those items that is very important because and that is also one of the places in the library, the Centro de Información Digital, that in the afternoon is very, very busy. You have new trends, but we have also wireless internet, so they can use those facilities. And you have to be able to cater those groups too.
On the next edition of the show, we'll discuss how, through the Accuril conference, library representatives were able to determine Aruba as a driving force in green education. That is it for us today. Thanks for watching. We'll be back here on Wednesday night at 7:15 p.m. right here on Channel 15 ATV with the latest in lifestyle topics and with the latest on the island. We'll see you then.